And how crazy the markets are, I think we see it exactly today and yesterday, okay? As one of the biggest software IPOs just made 112%. Today the markets are a little bit down. And as you can see, the SPAC business, the special acquisition companies are getting more and more. And after Shamas announced what will happen with IPOB, we are now seeing also Richard Branson is creating its own SPAC company. So as you can see, all of this is fantastic news as of this moment. So let's dive into it. But before that, let me know in the comments, obviously, where you are watching from. I'm always super interested where you guys from, and thumb up the live stream if you haven't done it yet. We have people from Belgium here, Amsterdam. We have Greece, our member Timothy. Then we have Brooklyn, Germany. We have Holland. We have Singapore. We have Nigeria, Boston. We have New York City. And what else? California, UK, and Philadelphia. So very, very, very international, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. This will be a super interesting episode. Let's dive into a quick agenda. So we will look into some breaking news as of this morning and as of yesterday, right? Then we will go into the Snow IPO, which was a brand new record, guys. Okay, it was a record how fast and how big we gained, more than 100 and I think 24% or 110%. Really ridiculous. And then we will talk about the Fed, what they announced on their meeting that brought the markets down as of this morning. And obviously we will have a look what the pre-market looks for our favorite stocks like Tesla, Space, Peloton, or Snow. Those stocks that we are currently looking into. So let's go into the company that I don't like that much, guys. As you might know, guys, I think that Uber has a business that is very, very cost intensive, right? That the conditions of the users for both sides can be sometimes tricky, even though I love the product, but the drivers sometimes, doesn't get paid well, or, there is some discrepancies between the driver and the users. And then basically, I think that they will get obviously disrupted by Elon Musk's robotaxi or other self-driving car businesses. And therefore, I think this is just what they announced is just another step that they showed that they need actually some extra funds. So actually, they went, the whole story is that they went sometime to China and wanted to offer their Uber service there as well. But, there was Didi. And somehow, they created this, agreement that Uber said, okay, Didi, you know what? We don't want to be that in so much in China. Take our business, give us some stocks of Didi, therefore, right? And this happened, a couple of years ago in the very beginning. So now they want to sell their stake, and it's not a bad sales, right? It's a $6.3 billion stake in Didi, and they are on the search for a buyer of the stake because to get some new fresh cash, right? Because in these hard times where people try to not go into taxis or this kind of things, try to avoid to touch things or to go with other people in the car and so on. So I think it's understandable that Uber was not the big winner of this whole health crisis. And also the stock price, and this is something that an IPO can do as well, right? I mean, it can lose a lot of money. As you can see here, Uber went with an IPO price of $45 and now closed yesterday with 37, so well below the IPO price. So this can happen in the ride-sharing business. And I don't like Uber that much there. Therefore, I think that that's kind of yeah, dangerous investment if you are in Uber. Now let's have a look into Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group and obviously also of Virgin Galactic, did an own spec. Okay, so he's looking for a company to take to the private, from the private market to the public market with about 400 million. So this will be quite interesting. He will be focusing on something in the consumer business centric world and want to bring a nice company to the stock market, and I'm just a little bit concerned, or I think we should be very cautious that the SPAC industry will not become the new .com industry. Okay, back in .com days, we had companies that, or people going into a gas station, and the gas station people asked them, what stock I should buy, what stock I should buy. And then you see that there's a bubble coming up. And I think maybe we could experience something similar with those IPOs now, with those more and more companies and SPACs. They just hear, a new AV SPAC, let's dive into that. A new software SPAC, the next big Facebook or Instagram, we would dive into that. So as you can see, it can be quite tricky by having, this kind of further development, but this all depends obviously on the market situations, if the market allows to build some bubbles over there. But think about it, not every SPAC is a beautiful one, and not everyone can become the next big thing. So just be careful in what you're investing, and then you should be fine. And if you're following this channel, obviously I will take you hand in hand through the market madness. And if you want to have more content, also follow me on Wolf of Dubai Danny, my Instagram, where I post sometimes about life, about stock market. Sometimes I post some stories, so check it out. I would be super welcoming you there as well. Now let's dive further into Europe, guys. Europe is on high alert as the health crisis is that it doesn't look good. Okay, it seems that we have some of the highest numbers that are there since the highest months like March or April. For example, France, for example, Spain, right? For example, Italy, for example, Germany now starting to have more and more cases. So as you can see, it's really, really, really hard to see what's going on with the health crisis. I think, we are not yet over, and even though the first vaccines is on the very verge of this year, I still think that many people will not make the vaccine. Last time I asked here in the live chat and prove me wrong, but many people said, they don't want to take the vaccine even, right? Or want to wait. For example, me, I think I will wait too a little bit, just to see if the first guys who took the vaccine doesn't turn out zombies. And other than that, I will definitely, wait what will happen with this health crisis and vaccine. But I think that, we are still not over, and those big numbers are a little bit scaring, obviously, because this could mean new lockdowns. For example, in Israel, we saw that Israel doing now a next lockdown. So it can be that we will see more downturn because of the health crisis that is not yet over, guys. Okay, and let me have a look into the comments right now. So what do we have here? So we have people from UK, Philadelphia, New Caledonia. Where is that? I don't know where's New Caledonia. Italy, Las Vegas. We have what else is here? We have our AP member from Finland as well. We have Pennsylvania, Texas as well, Brighton, UK, Toronto, Singapore, Japan, and Chicago. And Brooklyn is in the house as well. Yeah, they are saying Snow IPO price was crazy. People are saying that they missed the Snow IPO. Well, we talked about it. But obviously, you know, it was always a risk, or is always a risk, to go into an IPO, especially, you know, this high and with high expectation. But, you know, it was the best IPO of a large software company. Okay, the largest ever software IPO. Snowflake, you know, started to trade yesterday on the New York Stock Exchange and began trading with $245, guys. Obviously a huge jump. It was, or it is now worth $67 billion. That's, you know, pretty big, 5-time the valuation that it had in February. So is it right just because it went online on the stock market that it's worth 5 times more than private investors paid for it after, you know, due diligence and everything back in February? I don't know, guys. I really don't know. That's why I'm staying a little bit away from this kind of hot IPOs. We saw what this hot IPOs can become. I'm just saying Beyond Meat, right? Look at Beyond Meat. I mean, long-term Beyond Meat might be, you know, a very interesting and very nice stock. And as you know, I'm an investor into Beyond Meat as well. But what is happening when the stock go down, right? I mean, let me show it to you. The IPO of Beyond Meat was crazy too, right? We gained 224% in just a matter from May until end of July. You know, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. And then, you know, we lost, let me see, what is that here? We lost about 67% maximum a few months afterwards, right? And I look at this, it was the summer of 2019, so not even, you know, a bad time for the stock market. So, you know, all of this hyped IPOs and stocks can crash afterwards, and therefore, you know, this kind of big gains are not my favorite style of investment. But, you know, for all of those that went into it, that make a buck or two, congratulations, guys. Okay, congratulations. If you have any questions, guys, let me know in the comments, obviously. Otherwise, please continue to let me know where you are watching from. We have people here from California, Sydney. We have Lithuania, and let's dive further into the Fed, because the Fed just did, you know, end our rally. Okay, we had the wonderful, you know, straight up line of the last couple of days, and then came the Fed and, you know, said what they have to say, right? Fed chairman called the Fed's forward guidance on interest rate powerful. While the market thought it's more of a dovish sign, however, zero or near zero rates will be kept throughout 2023. Now, what does it mean? Okay, and then also what is important, that they want to rise the inflation until 2% until 2030 as well. Okay, so first the stocks rallied because, you know, cheap money means a lot of investments, means that investors and banks can take money very, very cheap and work with it. Okay, the money will flow into companies, the market, the money will flow into the stock market, the money will flow into other commodities. But you know, stocks are quite interesting over the next couple of years with this cheap money, because obviously we shall see that this money is going, you know, into stocks, because stocks is, you know, first, you know, there's the big recovery that will come, right? With you know, with the economy coming back on track, you will see more and more companies going into the next level of where they were beginning of the year. On the other side, you know, stocks, you know, giving so much returns, growth stocks growing still 20 to 50% per year if you're going into those companies. And I think that, you know, the market will be just flooded with money, with cheap money over the next year. So it's on the long term or mid-term, the next 3 years, I think it's a pretty bullish announcement. But, you know, I think overall, they also, this means that the Fed see not of that much of a recovering economy so far, right? I mean, if you're doing this kind of tools, then you think that that the economy is just, you know, just slowly recovering, right? I mean, they are scared to raise the rates too fast, too high. And this means, you know, that they are very, very cautious, and obviously they're having lots and lots of economical data. So it's a double, you know, it's a double sword, how you say it in English. You know, on the one side, you have the cheap money that will push and pump the market. On the other side, this means that the economy is actually slow. So are we going into a fight between, you know, very high valuations to very, very low economical output? Let us see together in the next couple of days, okay? And this means that the markets are a little bit lower this morning. The S&P 500 lost about 1%, the Dow Jones also 1%, and the Nasdaq, because it just went so far the last couple of weeks, lost about 1.22% pre-market, okay? So other than that, let's dive quickly into the comments or in the live chat to see if you have some comments, guys. How many, what is here? Do you think market is going down, and is space and RKT going down? To me, it looks like they are going down. Well, you know, I think that the current situation with the Fed, and I hope this explains a little bit, is just temporary. So I think, you know, if you just have the mindset of being long-term, then the market goes up. So just enjoy those space and those other stocks that are currently on discount, you know, so, and you will be a very, very healthy portfolio investor, and obviously also a wealthy one over the long term. Then we have people here having 500 space stocks. How long space can go, how low space can go. I think, you know, space has a very nice resistance around 14, 15. We saw it just recently that it bounced off these levels. Therefore, I think this is a good you know, lower point. But, you know, you can always wait for this lower prices, and we just have this small bounces into these next weeks, and, you know, we just going up and up, and then you will see 20, 22 and never go to 50, and then you lose this opportunity to make this 30, 40, 50% of your money, right? Then we have people from Tahiti there. I really want Amazon, but the price is too high. Well, you know, Andy, remember that Amazon was always too high, right? I mean, the people thought 800. No way it can go more than 800. Then it was 1,000, 1,500. It will crash, right? Then we had 2,000. Now it's 3,000 per stock. And I think long term it's going higher because this is the big winner of this health crisis. Amazon stock, you know, it's never too high. And if you are interested, guys, check out the membership. You can get access to our Discord chat. You can have one-on-one with me. So check it out. The join button below all my videos is where you can get access to our membership. Now, let's further dive into some other stocks. Oh no, one more thing. So it's Thursday, so it's jobless claims Thursday, right? Expected are 850 Americans that filed for unemployment claims, all right? So this is quite interesting to see. And I'm very much, this can be obviously a big mover tonight or today for the stock market if those numbers are bigger than 850, right? I'm very curious. You should be too, and following this. This is always announced 1 hour before the market opens. So we will know this data before the market opens. And then let's have a look. I have a second channel. If you haven't subscribed and ring the bell yet, this is your best opportunity. Make sure to do that. Otherwise, I'm looking forward to have and go with you into some pre-market. So as you can see, the pre-market looks not so good as of this moment. Snowflake is losing 5% or 4%. Virgin Galactic 1.2%, Tesla is losing 2.54% pre-market, and Peloton 1.8% pre-market. So as you can see, it seems to be a negative day. Definitely, nothing that I think is very much off consideration. Who has time for those downturns, right? Who has time? I'm dancing with Elon Musk here because I'm knowing that the market long term will go, and who has time for those dips?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Exactly.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So as you can see, I wish you a super healthy day. Stay safe, guys, okay? The health crisis is not over yet. Please thumb up if you like the stream. I'm highly appreciating this. Other than that, follow me on Instagram as well, because the content continues there, right? Wolf of Dubai Danny, pull out your phone, search me there, follow me there, and you will not miss anything. And later on, we come out with a brand new Tesla vlog, okay? Very, very interesting Tesla vlog. 3 mistakes that you shouldn't do with your Tesla stocks. I think this is something that everyone should have a look, because this is also adapted to other stocks. So check it out. Subscribe if you're new here. Thank you very much for watching, and have a best Thursday of your life.